Welcome to Chapter 11, Section 1, Ordering Integers. To begin with, let's remember something here. Let's remember that on a number line, the number to the left is always less than the number to the right. So if we recall what a number line looks like, it's a straight, pretty straight line. You might be able to draw a better one than I just did. And usually zero's in the middle. And then there's all these little dashes that represent a certain scale. And when you look at the positive integers, like 1 and 5, it's very easy for you to see that 1 is less than 5. But when you start introducing negative numbers, like here's -4, sometimes it's harder to look at and say, hey, what's less, a -4 or 5? Or -4 and 1. Okay, so which one is less? And sometimes people, are a little confused here. But if you remember that the number to the left is less than the number to the right, then you'll be fine. -4 is less than 1 because it's further to the left. All right, so let's look at this. Let's replace the dot with either a less than, greater than, and let's write those out again. In your notes, please, you say this symbol is less than, and this symbol is greater than. Now, you have probably seen that, had someone make this into an alligator before, and that the alligator eats the bigger number. Okay, so whichever number has the alligator's mouth is the bigger number. Now, what I'd like you to look at is I'd like you to look at something a little different. You know that 4 is equal to 4. This is an equal to sign. Now, let's start looking at the fact that let's say this is 4 and this is 4.1. Now, this side here, they were equal. Now, you see how this equal to sign is starting to get bigger on the right and smaller on the left? As that 4.2 gets bigger and bigger, the equal to sign becomes more and more angled. And hopefully, at this point, you're going to start to see that it's the inequalities, less than and greater than, they're all they are equal to signs that have been stretched on one side, right? So take a look at that. It started as an equal to sign, and as the numbers got bigger and bigger, it got stretched until finally mathematicians said, hey, let's just use this as a symbol for less than, and if it's the other way, greater than. So looking at here, we need to think about this. Left is always less than. So -2, -6. Which one is further to the left? Well, -6 is further to the left, so that means -6 is less than -2. And since -2 is to the right of -6, then -2 is the bigger number. And this is a good example of showing you that you can write inequalities two ways. It doesn't matter which number you put first. In this example, -2 is to the right, so it's bigger. So we use this one. But as we switch our numbers places, we also have to switch the inequality. Negative 2 is still bigger than negative 6. All right, so let's draw a number line. Put 0 here. Here is negative 3. Here is negative 7. And now let's replace. Which one is to the left? Well, this is to the left, so that means negative 7 is less than negative 3. Therefore, you would say negative 7 is less than negative 3. All right, so let's order these from greatest to least using a number line. So all of these are plotted already. Negative 10, 0, 12, 18. Well, remember, left most is less. So the one that's the smallest is to the left, and greatest is to the right. So greatest to least, 18 is the greatest, then 12, 0, and negative 10. This time we have to come up with a number line. Oh man. I don't know if I can make enough lines here. Let's make my scale a little different. Let's start at 0 and let's go up by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Negative 4, negative 8, negative 12, negative 16, negative 20. So let's plot these on a number line. Negative 20, negative 4, 5, and 20. So greatest to least. Remember, greatest is to the right, least is to the left. So from the greatest number is 20, then 5, then negative 4, then negative 20. All right, this is ordering them from greatest to least. All right, so here's the story problem. We need to first graph each integer, then write the integers as they appear on the number line from blank to blank. Oh, since we're doing now least to greatest, remember that least is left, from left to right. So now we're starting from the left and going that way. Negative 14, negative 8, 6, and 10. That's ordering from least to greatest. Let's make our own here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5. Put these on a number line. Negative 5, 4, 2, and negative 1. All right, least is left, greatest is right. So from least to greatest would be negative 5, negative 1, 2, and 4. All right, that's it. So your homework, other than copying these notes down, is to do the CYUs. which is on page 573. Exercises 1 to 9. And remember, you need to be showing work. So, when you come in class, though, we'll be working on this as our class work. Good luck.